friends, welcome back to Belly and Craft Studio. This is part 2 of this little mini series of making a ephemera sticker bookkeeper, if you will. And I still need to put these sticker pages into our little three ring binder. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you are enjoying these videos, share with your friends. And don't forget to come over to the Facebook group that I have created and follow along. And we're just going to be, the concept was when you come into a group or crochet group or whatever, you're sitting at the table, pull up a chair at the crafting table and let's craft together. That's the concept there. All right, this is our first page we made here. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this back into the 3-ring binder I have, like so, for the now. Okay. And I will use that page for reference when I do my holes in the pages. All right. We have a few here. And I got some scrapbook paper. I'm going to pull out my guillotine here. And I'm going to start cutting some strips. Okay. You can turn it this way. I'm just going to utilize this scrap paper I have here. And we're going to keep going until we got what we need. And that's a little less, but that's okay. And let's see, can I get this where I need it? Okay. All right. Not the straightest cut in the world, but it will do. If I want to get technical with it, I'll go ahead and snip off just a little tiny bit. All right. And then this little piece, I will save that for another project. And I will put this aside. Let's cut some more. And, oops, I'm so sorry, y'all. I just got that type of camera that just wants to move on me. So I'm utilizing those little grooves in here. Okay. Put that there. And put this here. Hope everyone is doing well. Give God glory, friends. I know there are some people that don't want to hear that, but when we stand before the Lord, there are going to be those who wish they did. I glorify him because I want to, not because I have to. He deserves it. He alone deserves it. Okay. All right. We'll continue to cut these. Got that little groove right there, and they're all symmetrical. They're all measured the same then. Okay, there's that. And the last little bit, and I got it crooked, so I probably will use that, but I'm going to stick that aside over here. All right, let's see. We have pages, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we need 10 because we're going to have 1 on the front, 1 on the back. So I'm going to need 10 strips. We got 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 and 10. How about that? Perfect. Move this aside. Hopefully we can go ahead and make some stickers to go in our book, y'all. Pretty soon. All right, I got my strips here, and we're going to put that double-sided tape on them. Where did I put that at? And I do have a big roll, but yeah, I'm in between sizes here, so bear with me here. And let's go ahead and put the double-sided tape on. And when we make these, we need to make our pockets. And go ahead and make that happen here. I'm quiet because I'm concentrating, y'all. So sorry. Sometimes I will do that. Thinking about a few things. Sometimes we will do some crafting with a thought on our mind, just kind of a peaceful thought, you know. And go ahead and put these. And this right here. And I will be doing crafts with these. So you'll know what I'm going to do with those. I feel reusing things instead of throwing them away is so ideal. We often don't realize the things we throw away. Let me grab some more tape. Give me a moment. Reach up here and grab on my shelf up here. And I've got this one. It's time to order some more tape. Let me see what I got here. I've got these left. Well, I got one more in there. I guess we're using this size. This fine line one, I don't need that. And these are the ones I got left. So we'll just pick one of these and go with it. I'll grab 2. And go ahead and put that on the shelf there. And I'll stick this aside because I'm sure I'll run out of this one fairly quick. It's been a beautiful day here. And we all know the weather has been kind of up and down, but I'm enjoying the weather today. It's so pretty. We've had some rain the last couple of days, but I thank the Lord for it because the lakes and everything over the winter needs to be replenished, you know. Even past summer, we had a slight drought, and we need to have the lakes to be replenished. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside for the minute. I'm gonna grab my page there. I'm gonna pull these off. Kind of like an assembly line, everybody. And if I can get this, let me empty my trash can real quick. I have quite a bit here that needs to go out to the outside. There we go. Now we can continue. All right. And then garden season, like I was mentioning outside, for me is coming up. I would say close to the end of April, only because we tend to have that last little freeze And our last frost date here where I'm at in North Texas is towards the end of, I'd say April maybe, but I want to play it safe, to be able to, well, I had that down there, but I'm trying to see, can I do this without having so many different things? That's pretty good right there, I'd say. That came down there. Okay, so what I was trying to do then, I was going to share that with you, is I was trying to lay it down where it's kind of centered, where I have the same amount at the bottom as the top. As I mentioned, I don't mind hanging over a little bit. It does not bother me, but I was trying to get it lined up as best as I could. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm needing to pull these papers off. Go ahead and put that on the other side. And the cute thing about these gingham papers is it gives a nice look to your pages. Okay, you can even ink them if you like, which is not a really bad idea. Okay, there's that one. And I will punch them all at the same time. So I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm going to go ahead and do another one. And get them all done. And we'll see if we can't make some pockets. I'm hoping. And get these down. And there's that one. I'm going to go ahead and put tape on all of these. Sorry for the silence. I'm thinking about what I'm doing here. Try not to be too quiet, and y'all are watching me do this. And put that tape there. Okay. And on the other side. Alrighty. And this one. This is a really good project on a Sunday after church, or just taking it easy on a day off. I mean, whatever. To me, it's very comforting. And sometimes I will come in here and I will craft and I'll crochet or whatever. I like crocheting in my living room. I'm going to leave those there. I'm going to do the other ones. Rinse and repeat here. I like to crochet and just kind of reflect on my day, what's happening around me. Um, yeah. And just kind of think, take some time to the word I like to use is marinate. I like to marinate on things, scripture, what I need to do for work, what I need to do for the Bible studies, what I need to do for crafting. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Once I get the website up and going, I'll have some Facebook Lives where we can share our crafts. What have y'all done? If you want to be on that and in a group session, please go ahead and follow me over there. Not everybody knows about the links in the description box below. If you will look underneath the description or the title, and you'll see a little more button. Tap that little more. It's not like a button, but it'll say more. Kind of tap that, it'll expand and give you more details. If you have any questions, just shoot me a text. I will be more than happy to help. And get all of these done. Little assembly line here. All together. And then we can get our pages. We'll work on our little Ziploc pockets I mentioned in our last crafting video. In my last crafting video I did. And I say our often because I want to include you. You're part of this crafting community, and I do appreciate you all for watching and following along and supporting me, as this is still a fairly new channel. And yeah, I appreciate all those who come and hang out with me. I totally understand there are some that don't get, the Christian vibe, but that's who I am as a minister. I am a child of God first, and the one who loved me and saved him and who loved me and gave himself for me and saved me from my sins. Why wouldn't we want to talk about him? Why wouldn't we want to tell everybody who listens about him? Same thing when we have a love. We want everybody uh, to know about him. All right. I see my little dog wagging. She might need to go outside. It's about that time. I've been crafting. I hadn't taken her out. All right. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna let my dog out, and I will be right back. All right, I am back to let her out. And we're continuing on with our project, just about there with these pieces here. I went and while she went out, I ran out there as well. And I did laundry earlier, and I washed my rugs, and I went out and I put them out there to dry, and I grabbed them and brought them in, and I'm back. And go ahead and smoosh these two. I'll probably do them all. Why not, right? And go ahead and do this. And put that there. And now we're going to put them on the plastic sheets here. Sorry if I pull them out of frame. I'll go ahead and trying to see y'all where that's at. And that's that one. Pull in another sheet. Get it kind of lined up here. And see. The object is to get it as close to the edge if I can. That's perfect. And again, it will lift up if you don't get it the way it should go. But I have more on this side than this side, and I'm fine with that. Okay. And I'm going to flip it over. The object of doing this is so you can punch the holes that the plastic doesn't tear. It gives it strength and durability when you're opening and closing your pages. And it gives a little bit of a cute flair on the pages as well, a little decorative. And you can very well put some washi around it, decorate yours as you like. I see mine as a carrier for my stickers that I'm going to be making. All right, kind of line that up so I can get a general idea of where I want to place that at. Try to line it up the best that I can. Right there. Okay, there's that one. I've got two. I'll punch the holes here in just a minute. Go ahead and do another one. Here. I may turn that one over so it will kind of lay flat. Trying my best to keep it lined up as best as I can. Here. Sometimes when I concentrate, I have dead silence, and I apologize about that, my friends. And I'm trying to concentrate and get it right the first time here. And I'm okay if that's offset, because once I put the stickers on, once I put the stickers on, right here you see it curl. Once I put the stickers on, it'll work itself out. Okay. And you can do yours as you like. Lots of creative ideas here. And therefore, I do prefer to line this back part of this strip with the one that I've already put in the front, because I can see both sides that looks really nice on both sides. Now on this end and this end, if it's not a big deal to me. I'm okay with that. But again, that's something you can consider when doing yours. Okay, there's my other sheet. I'm going to lay that aside. Now I'm going to keep going. The last few, I'm going to try my best to get to the next stage here. As I want to make, you can do front and back on these, and I want to put as many stickers as I can and have them on hand and pre-make them ahead of time. So the idea is then when you do yours that when you have a journal or you have a project you're trying to uh, get done and finish, then you'll have stickers on hand and you won't have to stop in the middle of your project to make them, you know? And so that one laid flat, and this one, the plastic I cut, was pretty good. And it, as you can see here, that kind of stuck over on the edge, but that's fine. If I peeled that up, I can just, oh, can't peel that up. Once it's stuck, it's stuck. I just seen that. Oh, don't peel that up. But I was saying before you scrape it down and adhere it, go ahead and peel it up and straighten it out. But it's down, as you've seen that the paper was coming up on that. So I don't want to mess with that. But I'm going to grab another strip here. And you could use glue. I find on plastic, some glues don't stick very well, and this is an instant. You don't want to do hot glue really, because if you do hot glue, you run into the chance that it would melt. Okay, line that up the best that I can on that edge. That's a little off. See how I can peel that up? Let me turn it around here, y'all. I can kind of get myself centered here. Put that there. Ah, there we go. And then let that stick. And before I scrape it down, I'm going to make sure I don't need to peel that up. And once I scrape that down and really get it down there, it's stuck. Okay. Next page, I've got look how many I've got so far. This is only a scratch of what I want to do because I want a whole bunch of stickers, and you can, and I may very well do that, make dividers like butterflies and just categorize them. I may very well do that as well. Okay, I'm gonna fold this back so it'll stay put, and go ahead and peel that off here. And this one, I'm excited to see what projects you all have and ideas and inspiring tips and tricks maybe in your crafting adventures. I'm trying to fix that down. I'm trying to concentrate here on this thing, on this page. See, I've gotten it. It's so hard to see and it's very difficult, and I can peel it up and I could very well do it this way. Get a little shine on that plastic, which is working good. I can see it, and there we go. That did good, and it's stuck. Once I get that scraped down, I do not want to pull that. I just saw that. Last one, and then we're going to work on pockets. Look at our time. What is our time looking like? Oh, we're doing okay. I want to get some pockets going for tags, so I can have pockets for tags. I can pull out, I can say, okay, these are this type of tag, that type of tag, so on and so forth. That looks a little off. Let me try that again. Give me a minute. I'm going to hold your breath here. Okay. We're going to make it work. Let me turn it around. Maybe that'll do a lot better. I can see the edge of that white underneath. get it before I smush it down. Yes, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. I'm smushing, y'all. I'm smushing. It may be a little crooked here, but that's okay. Once it's down, I just saw it. It's down. But we have just made. Now you can make these into pockets, whatever you like. Be inspired. Do some creative activity with your next project. All right. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 5, as I mentioned. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab that sheet that I just put in my binder, and I'm going to use that as a reference guide for the holes, and I'm going to mark them approximately. I don't want them to hang out too far, too long. Yeah, that's good. Those are going to work great. Okay, now let me set those aside. Assembly line, here we go. And I'm going to get them where they'll line up approximately. And let me grab my pen here. I'm going to give it a little dot in the center. Okay, that's pretty good. Right there. Okay, and then I'm going to punch that center hole there. Let me grab my little punch here and get some. These are the old ones where if you don't empty out the little compartment here, the little circles that you punch out will um, accumulate, and it doesn't like to work right like that. Okay, right in the middle. I'm trying to get as close as I can. You see the little dot right there, but I'm not out of focus. And I'm going to center, and I'm going to punch and do the same for this one. Okay. All right, because I'm using this one as my guide, as I go, I'm going to stick these into the 3-ring binder. Perfect, all centered. Now I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to stick this over here. I'm going to set it over here. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to try to center this as best as I can. What I am doing here, I'm doing the sheet to sheet of the edge approximately, not so much where the strip is, but that way they all lay nice and symmetrical inside the binder when it's closed. Not too much out this way, and this way is where I was going. All right, so put a little dot here, a little dot here, and a little dot there. Okay, I'm going to punch that in a minute. I'm going to do this one. And get that pretty centered up there. Put a little dot here, a little dot here, and a dot there. I'm going to move that aside. Next, on top of the, I'm holding the pen in my mouth here so I can grab it. And I like to craft like this. I like to get a bunch and have them on the ready. Okay. And last one. I'm going to do these to get it started. And when I need more, I have it prepared and ready to go. All right. So, okay. Because I've already gotten the gauge or the example, I'm going to take this one that I was using, put it in my binder here. Okay. And I'm going to start punching holes. Try to get it as centered as possible. Some of these holes might be a tad off because of the paper, but they're all going to lay flat. That did perfect. That's wonderful. I'm going to set this over here. Let me go ahead and grab the next page. See if approximately to punch that hole. And this one's kind of faint. And this one. And put it in our little binder here. They're laying flat. If you notice, they're laying all really flat, which is a good sign that I got them pretty lined up. But again, this is a Ephemera Keeper and sticker book, and it keeps our stickers, our ephemera together. Lots of great ideas out there. A lot of great crafters that's been doing this for some time, and that would inspire us all. That's what we do here on YouTube, inspire one another to craft and make things beautiful. Okay, looking good, friends, looking good. Last page. And just think, we made these out of a shower curtain liner, a clear shower curtain liner. Okay, and last one going in. Lovely. Now, as I have mentioned, as you can see here, they're laying in flat. They're not sticking out too far, too wide. The pages are just right. If you want to make your pages wider than a sheet of paper, by all means, you do that. These are fine for me right now, as I have more right here I can make, and the pile that I have not even cut sheets out of, but I can make them any size that I choose. You can do the same. Let me empty out this little hole punch here. All right, I'm going to stick this aside here. And I am going to go ahead and pull in our project I mentioned on the last video that I did. And I'm looking at our time here. We're doing good. So on these here then, let me grab, I've got quite a big pile here. Bear with me. I'm trying to get everything. Hear me rustling around here. Let me get, you can use paper. You can use oh gosh, so many. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. Sorry about my camera moving. Okay, bear with me here. Let me make room here, because I've got if y'all have a crafting room like mine, you understand. You just make things work. You move things around and utilize what you got. Okay, here's some more. Now, as I had mentioned, that with these, I look at things and I want to use them. And this is what attracts me, is multifunctional use of anything that I see or I buy or whatever the case. It has the little Ziploc effect here. And with that being said, that's what I made with this one. It is a base to use with whatever I want to use it for. Now, with that being said, you look at this now, you might say, Belle, how are you using this? Well, friends, let me show you. Right here is the little Ziploc. Okay, you can see what I've done inside. And we're going to use these as pockets. Now, let me grab something for an example. Let me see here. Let's say I have these that I want to use for future projects and I don't want to mess them up. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to stick these in here. I'm going to place them in here. And that gives me the opportunity to close them up. And I can also write what I want on there. I can put decorative, whatever. These are the bases that we're going to make here right now. So with that being said, as the example, okay, I'm going to set this here. Make sure y'all can see that fairly well. And I've got an old office chair that I try to get comfy with. It just doesn't, it works against me sometimes. Okay, so I've got quite a few. I have more. Trust me, I've got more. But I want to make a base. And when I make the base of these, then the same idea that I made with the sticker sheet, the sticker sheets, okay? The bases for the sticker sheets here. I think that's what I'll call them. Um, I can put the strips on them as well. And when I do that, then I can go ahead, punch a hole, and I can use that for whatever I'm intending. If you have loose stickers that you fussy cut, but you haven't glued them on, or you don't have a double-sided tape on that, you can put them in here. Or if you have some that you've purchased, which I do, let me go ahead and find them. I'm at Goodwill, I mean, all the time. So these are old, very old Happy Planner stickers. I got these at Goodwill, as you can very well see, for just 99 cents. I can take something like this and make pockets to where these will fit in there, and I can easily flip open my book and get what I need. That's the object of making these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of switch things around here, and let me go ahead and move this out the way. Right there. Okay. Making room. Some of these I have already cut the gusset off. Some I have not. Some are grapes. That's some of the one that I made here was from old peaches. Um, a little peach bag that was similar to the grapes. Okay. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to set those aside. Okay. And we have this one with the gusset. Okay. And I need to determine how and what I want to do with this. So with this in mind, I can take my little 3-ring binder, and looking at that, I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not use it as a big pocket to put these books in, but come from the top, not the side? Because if you come from the side, it'll be kind of sticking out. So from the top then, because I really like these bags, they're sturdy, then I can go ahead and stick those in there and put them in there for safekeeping. And I know where everything's at. And sometimes we'll say, well, where'd I put this and where'd I put that? So the base that I want to use is brown paper bag or packing paper, whatever you have on hand that will serve as a base. So in the concept, when you prime your wall or prime wood cabinets, okay, it is a good idea to prime them with a primer, because then the paint that you put on them will have a surface that it likes to stick to, because not all wood cabinets, when you refurbish them or whatever the case, they won't stick to that experience. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move these all aside. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let's see, thinking, y'all. I do want to remove this top part where I opened this package, but I want to be careful then not to ruin the Ziploc the Ziploc portion of it, the closure. So I do want to remove whatever I can on the top there, and I want to kind of get that off there, straighten that up a little tidy, which will be fine, and make sure it closes fine. Sometimes they're kind of iffy, you know. And then this is all you're wasting. That's it. Okay? And we'll put that in there. And now I'm going to look at my little gusset here. And I'm going to, as I always have this little central line, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this right here up against the line. Give me a reference mark here and let me go. Let's use this. That's what I've been using. Right about there. I'm going to get my rotary cutter wherever I put it. And I'm going to pull this down and I'm going to give it a cut. Like so. Whoops. All right. Close that up. And this I don't need. I'm going to set that aside. Now I have a straight cut and a straight base for what I need. So these are going to be perfect. They're going to fit in there perfectly. I have several books that I bought at the Goodwill that I want to store. And so therefore, I'll go ahead and I will utilize it. I do not want to cut these sides because typically this will find its way on this side if I do need to cut this, and I don't want to, but if I do, then it will only be, well, actually not cut it, but to punch a hole there, and it's wide enough to attach to that 3-ring binder, as well as if it sticks over, I'll know exactly. I could put a little tab there to let me know, hey, that's my pockets that has my sticker books in them, and I know exactly where to go. So quick fix. All right, now I am going to take my double-sided tape and I'm going to put that down. Right. Measure that. Right, like so. And if it goes off on the side, not to worry, because it'll catch on the other side there. And then I'm going to grab hold of this so it will, right there, it'll grab that on the side of that plastic. Lovely. All right, I'm going to then snip about 1/8 of an inch over, roughly. So you can see a little bit here because we have this open, right? So when we close it and we open for the base, it will hold that closed. Now you can also, let me do it for the sake of the video, take some double-sided tape that is smaller. I've done as well. Okay. Or some clear tape as over top of it, whatever you choose. And go ahead and get this, and we are going to close this with the double-sided tape from the inside. Okay, we're going to make sure it stays. Awesome. And I'm putting it right in that little corner there on the very edge, and I'm going to pinch it if it won't let go of me. There we go. And I will lay it down, press as I go, and go ahead and get that together. And that together and peel it off. Excuse me. All right. So therefore, it is ready to go, and we are going to peel up that backing paper on it. Oh, let me get the scrapey tool. Make sure it lays down. We want that to do that. We don't want it to come up, right? Let's try that again. If I can. We got it. Now, put that in my little trash can. I'm going to make sure that this is closed, okay? For reference sake, it's not open, so when I do this, it's going to lay flat, okay? I'm going to go this way. Perfect. Now, when I put the backer or the backing sheet on it, it will cover over the little edge right here, and it will give me something more sturdy, and it will give it stability. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to smoosh this down. You do want that double-sided tape to be over that Ziploc portion right there. Okay, you do want that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one right next to that one. Okay, and this is heavy duty washi not washi tape, double-sided tape. I'll get it right in a minute. Oh goodness. And if there's a little gap, not to worry, but we want it to kind of cover as much, but we do have that backing sheet right there too. So I might put a little gap in it. It won't hurt nothing, y'all. And if it's a little wrinkle, that's okay. And I'm going to snip that little bit off, giving a little overage there. I'm going to go ahead and give a little gap here. We are working with recycled materials here. And we're going to snip, come out just a little so y'all can see here. And we're going to go ahead and do another one. Okay. So if you got a little gap, it's not going to hurt nothing. It's going to be okay. And then, okay. And then, why don't we turn this around, and we'll do this as the last one for this side. We can go over that way is what I'm trying to do, and it's very sticky, y'all. So I'm trying to get it as best as I can. And I'm going to snip it right there on that side. And now, because I have a little gap, and I want that extra, I'm going to go ahead and take this size tape right down that middle, just for security. Okay. If you happen to not put the double-sided tape all the way down like I did here, you can very well just give yourself an 1/8 of an inch or a little bit more for your backing sheet, and you can glue it, because paper will glue paper, right? But plastic, you need that reassurance. For me, if you can get it to work with glue on plastic, oh, by all means, wonderful. That's wonderful. That's fine. But I want to go ahead and just be sure that I am getting that really good and stuck, and I'm giving it a good smush here, giving a good secure See how I have that over right there is what I wanted. And you have some packages, or if not all, says, please recycle. Well, I'm recycling. I'm just saying. Okay, we'll do the other side. Okay. But I want to do that. Well, let me think. What do I want to do first? Yes, I do. I do want to do that. All right, I'm going to pull these up. There. Okay. Quick idea. Hello. This is something good for our washi tape. If you want to do rolls of washi tape and you don't want them in sheets, save this because it has that plastic film. Quick tip. Yes, I just thought of that. I'm like, oh, let me keep that. If you want to do rolls of washi tape, we can do that as well. And if you're part of the Facebook group and you've done that, I would love to see what you've done. But what you can do then is take a washi tape and don't put it all the way to the end. Go ahead and attach this. Get you a paper roll or something, an empty roll like this that comes with that had came with the an empty roll of lace or something, and wrap it around that. Great ideas. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. Yes. Wonderful. The small ones, not so much. The ones that had come with these, I don't think I'd do it with those because they're the size of them. But, oh, I keep putting them in there. Y'all holler at me. Say, Belinda, you don't do that. Girl, don't do that. But I will do these. Maybe it's a video. Video to come. Soon coming video. Right. Now I'm going to pull this little one. I don't need that. I'm going to go ahead then and I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to get my backing sheet. Now you can use, let me see. These are plastic or paper grocery bags. You can see it says, please recycle this bag. I'm recycling them. You don't have to use them as one sheet. You can do them like this, but I prefer one whole one. Let me see if I got another one like these. Amazon, these right here, which I need to take out my, I will take off that. Amazon sheets, you can do those, which I'll go ahead and make a point to blank out my information on there. I'll try not to forget that. But again, you can use whatever you got for a backing sheet. Therefore, you can take that backing sheet and use it a carrier for your scrapbook paper, because some scrapbook papers are super thin, and doing it like this gives it just a little bit more strength. All right, so let me measure. Give me a moment. Let me get myself together here. This is perfect. So what I'm going to do then with this, I'm going to gently lay that there because I got tape on it. Because you see I've got all of everything kind of some kind of a random way here. And I can lay this down like so. And we will continue this on our next. We'll continue. Well, I'll finish this one here, but we will continue crafting this way on our, you know what? We'll continue on, I had two thoughts going out at one time. We'll continue to craft in our ephemera sticker, or our ephemera sticker book. And until we get it all full, we're going to put things in it. Okay, there we go. Remember, this one had the perforated edge. Look at that. I thought of this years ago. There may have somebody else thought of the same. Or if we do, then great minds think alike, because I thought of it too. Okay, scissors. I just want to snip this little part right here. Right here. Okay. Put my scissors back where I'm not hunting for them. I'm going to save this one. Put that there. Put my little smushy tool right there. And now, now I was wondering what that noise was. It was my mic. Okay, so I think what I'll do then is I will, give me a moment. What I'm doing is I'm folding this up so I can put it down strategically. And if I'm going off on the edge, off on the top, not to worry. I want to get that on there. And when it's on there, it's on there. And I'm going to go all the way down the middle and then go out the sides. Okay? Now, since I've gotten that, I'll go ahead and smush the rest down. I can get the wrinkles out. Whatever needs to be done. And that I'm not worried about that because we will trim that if needed. Okay? Now, I have this on this side. Then once I start on the double-sided for the other side, I can just fold it over and I can finish on this side. Friends, we're going to stop the video right here, and I want to complete this on our next crafting video. I will wait for you. I won't go ahead so you can see the complete process of how this is done. Now, you want to remember to keep this here because in case you want to punch holes or anything on one side, we're going to be doing that so it can go into our three-ring binder for the Ephemera sticker book that I have. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that these videos are inspiring to you. Continue to just be inspired yourself. And always remember that no craft is a funny craft or nothing's too hard. Just put your mind into it. Use what you got until the next crafting video. Bye for now.